In the beginning, God created a perfect world. This world had no pain, no suffering, and no death. At the heart of this world was the Garden of Eden. It was a place of beauty and wonder, filled with lush trees, sparkling rivers, and an abundance of delicious fruits. Here, Adam and Eve, the first humans, lived in perfect harmony with God and with each other. They were naked and unashamed, for sin had not yet entered the world. Adam and Eve were given dominion over all living creatures. They tended the garden and delighted in God's creation. Their days were filled with joy, peace, and the loving presence of their Creator. Life in Eden was idyllic. Adam and Eve enjoyed open communication with God. They walked with Him in the cool of the day, sharing their thoughts and feelings. Their relationship was one of trust, love, and obedience. God provided for their every need, and they responded with gratitude and worship. The Garden of Eden was a testament to God's goodness and love for His creation. It was a place where humanity could live in perfect fellowship with their Creator. Amidst the abundance of the garden, God gave Adam and Eve a specific command. He placed before them the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God instructed them that they were free to eat from any tree in the garden except this one. Eating from the tree of knowledge, He warned, would have dire consequences. The tree of knowledge represented a choice, a boundary set by God. It symbolized the difference between good and evil, obedience and disobedience. God, in His infinite wisdom, desired for Adam and Eve to choose Him freely. Their obedience to this command would be a testament to their love and trust in Him. It would be an act of acknowledging His authority and submitting to His perfect will. Into this perfect paradise, the serpent, a cunning and deceptive creature, entered. The serpent, in his craftiness, approached Eve with doubt and deception. He questioned God's words, asking Eve, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" The serpent, through subtle lies, began to plant seeds of doubt in Eve's heart. He tempted her with the fruit, suggesting that it would make her like God, knowing good and evil. Eve, enticed by the serpent's words and the allure of the forbidden fruit, succumbed to temptation. She ate the fruit and then gave some to Adam, who also ate it. In that moment, their disobedience shattered the perfect harmony of the garden. Section 4, Paradise Lost, the consequences of sin. The consequences of their disobedience were immediate and devastating. Adam and Eve, once naked and unashamed, felt shame for the first time. They realized their nakedness and tried to cover themselves. Their relationship with God was broken and fear entered their hearts. When God called out to them, they hid in shame and fear. God, in His perfect justice, pronounced judgment on Adam, Eve, and the serpent. Adam and Eve were banished from the Garden of Eden. They would now face a life of toil and hardship outside the paradise they had known. The serpent was cursed to crawl on his belly. Pain and suffering entered the world as a consequence of their sin, forever changing the course of human history. Section 5. Redemption's promise from the fall to grace. The fall of man, as described in Genesis, is a pivotal event in human history. It marks the entry of sin and death into the world. Adam and Eve's disobedience had far-reaching consequences, affecting not only themselves, but also their descendants. This is the concept of original sin, where all humanity inherits the stain of Adam's transgression. Yet even in the midst of judgment, God offered a glimmer of hope. He promised a Redeemer, one who would come to crush the head of the serpent and restore the broken relationship between God and humanity.